Guten Morgen, mes amis. Wie geht's? C'est moi, Dieter. Ich bin Dieter. Ça va? Dieter just stepped out of the shower and he was remembering, he was reminiscing because if any young people watch this, you say, why should I be looking at this old man? But remember, young people and older people alike, I was young once too. Yeah, you forget that, don't you? Anyway, Dieter was remembering when he was a young university student in 1976. I was 20 years old. I went over to London, England, and Europe too. I spent 2 weeks traveling around Europe before this. It was a university class. One of my degrees, I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in drama, and so I studied acting and theater. And we went over with as it was a university accredited class. It was called a theater study tour, and we went and saw a lot of good plays all over England and London particularly. We went to the Stratford Festival there as well. Saw some great plays and good actors and stuff. And anyway, I remember, because it was one of the hottest summers in history, so for all you climate change people, just ponder this. This was in 1976, so I pulled this up. And you can look at it, because I was there for this, and old people were dying in the streets. You seem to think that this is some new phenomenon. It's not, and I don't think it has anything to do with climate change. I think it's just the way of the world. 1976 British Isles heat wave. A period of unusually hot summer weather occurred in the British Isles during the summer of 1976. I know, because I was there. There was a severe drought on the Isle. It was one of the driest, sunniest, and warmest summers in the 20th century. Although the summer of 1995 is now regarded as the driest. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you can look it up. The 1976 British Isles heat wave. The drought was the most severe in August, and in August 1976, Parliament passed the Drought Act of 1976 to ration water. The 76 heat wave is understood to have been the cause of 20% of excess deaths across the country. The swarm of 7 spotted ladybirds, or ladybugs as they're called here, with the excess heat, they estimated by July 23.65 billion ladybugs were swarming across the southern and eastern coasts of England. The ladybirds' food prey, which aphids feed on aphids, the aphid population collapsed, causing the ladybirds to swarm and find food elsewhere. So those of you who know everything, I know it's hard for a young person to look at anything that was anything that happened before they were born or before the Kardashians got their show. But maybe do some real research before you start going off on all this mind-numbing stupidity that you think is beneficial to everyone. And actually look at history. You can learn a lot from history, and I mean real history, not what Khloe Kardashian wore last year, right? Or whether you should trade arms dealers for lesbian basketball players who aren't even that good, when you have other men and women who are far more deserving still over there. Yeah, think about your priorities. Not only America, Canada too. We have a moron up here, a moron dictator. He'll get his though. He'll get his, just like Biden and the Democrats in the States. They'll get theirs. Ah man, what a world we live in. It's become the clown version of Rod Serling's Twilight Zone. I liked Rod Serling's Twilight Zone. You are now entering the Twilight Zone. We entered the Twilight Zone, and it's not. And it actually, we entered the clown zone. And all you clowns who supported it, and you know who I am, you parents who aren't really parents, who can't say no to a child and just say, hey, you're special because you breathe. Really, I breathe too. We all breathe the same air. It doesn't make you special, does it? Oh, I piss, shit, and eat. I must be special. No, you're just ordinary. Nothing wrong with being ordinary, but you're just ordinary. Anyway, my ordinary fans and ordinary Dieter here. Haben Sie ein gutes Tag, happy plucking, happy drawing. And remember, 76 was way hotter than 2023. Check it out. I'm not going to do all the heavy lifting for you. I just point. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. You can lead a woke person to the truth, and you can't open their eyes because they've been closed since conception. Wiedersehen.